Welcome back to the show. Well, this Wednesday you will see everyone wearing pink, as they should be, because we're ready to support the LGBTQ. And here to tell us all about that and the Day of Pink Gala is Jeremy Diaz. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I'm so happy to be here.
I know. Thanks so much. This is great. And my kids came home and they're like, we are all wearing pink. And I asked them why, and they actually knew, which is great. This is a great initiative to get everybody talking about what is new with the LGBTQ, which I say that many different acronyms. I'm so sorry. Everybody's involved.
It's okay.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you know, we're really excited because this year's Day of Pink in Ottawa is celebrating queer and trans women. And so Amanda Riom is coming to this fantastic gala that we're hosting tomorrow at 5:30 at Lansdowne. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's already tomorrow.
I know, you were like, is it tomorrow? It is tomorrow.
A year of planning so quickly goes away.
Is it a year of planning?
Oh my gosh, yeah. The next year's gala starts getting planned on Thursday, so it just...
Okay, and what made your focus this year to be with trans and queer women?
You know, last year's focus was queer and trans people of color, and then, you know, one of the communities that we identified, we have a new board president, Calla Barnett, and she really identified queer and trans women as a story that we've yet to tell in our community. You know, we actually launched a brand new sports inclusion program this year, which has been amazing. It's the first ever government-funded LGBTQ sports inclusion program in the entire country. It's so cool because for the first time ever, we're doing workshops in sports communities for free. And we're talking to athletes and we're engaging in conversations about homophobia and transphobia in the locker room. And it's super fun. And if you're in Ottawa and you want a free workshop, just email us and, you know, you can get it. Yeah. But what's really cool about that is, you know, as we were digging into this story, we were realizing that many people that are excluded in sports are queer and trans women. And then as we sort of unpacked that story greater, you know, we found that queer and trans women haven't received as many awards in our community, have never really been recognized or celebrated, and we thought, you know what, there's so many cool queer and trans women in our community, let's celebrate them. And
also the whole idea of making sure they enjoy what they want to do and what they're inspired to do. And look at your energy. I feel like anybody could call you up and have like 10 workshops on the go. That's awesome.
But I mean, I think what's really cool about the work that we're doing, and it's evolved over the last 12 years, oh my gosh, the charity's sold now, but what's really interesting is, you know, addressing homophobia and transphobia is no longer about simply telling people to not be disrespectful. Now it's about engaging people in a conversation of our people, our culture, our community, our history, our identity, and where you fit into that story, where you fit into that culture and that piece.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has a role and plays a part.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is Canada's sesquicentennial year, right? You know, and as we celebrate our history and our culture and our people, right, where are LGBTQ people in that story? Where are Two-Spirit people in that story? You know, we as a nation have done some really fantastic things for LGBTQ rights, but we've also done some really problematic things. I mean, Ottawa as a government historically has persecuted and been responsible for the murder and deaths of thousands of LGBTQ people across our country, right? And even today, policies at immigration or of international development actually disenfranchise LGBTQ people. So having these sort of unpacked and honest and frank conversations is really changing the narratives that we're trying to navigate through.
I think that's the most important part right there, is that you're having the conversations and you sort of break down the walls and just have this open conversation, which is fantastic. So you were saying a lot of youth is getting engaged in this year's events, and how are they doing that?
Well, I mean, this year with the theme being queer and trans women, we literally said, you know, it's about queer and trans women. And so what we've noticed is queer and trans women are then stepping to the forefront and volunteering. Our entire tech team is a bunch of queer and trans women. All of the artists who are going to be presenting at the event will be queer and trans women. And you know, when you create space for folks to come forward, those folk feel more comfortable, you know, identifying themselves and stepping up. So it's really exciting to see you know, this community emerge on its own and really identify themselves. So yeah, so
you must be so proud that you are creating these opportunities for people to come forward, because you were saying this is 12 years ago that you started?
You know, when it was 12 years ago, it was just me and like a handful of other volunteers just like plugging away at it, and now it's like this whole machine of people. It's funny, we were talking earlier, and you know, we were like, oh, who's coordinating the Day of Pink? And I'm like, it's not me anymore. It's a bunch of other people who are like making us look good, and you know, then I get to do media and someone else is doing something else. And it's amazing how much we've grown in the last few years. I mean, every single day we're doing workshops across the city, not just for schools and communities, but for businesses, for community organizations, for government, you know, anyone and everyone who wants to improve. For the sports community now, So we're seeing a real shift in the work that we're doing, and it's so exciting.
Okay, and where can people reach you specifically and your team, just before we go on to the next thing, because this is fantastic.
They can go to the website, ccgsd.org. They can register for the free Day of Pink Gala tomorrow, or just show up at 5:30 Lansdowne Park at the Horticulture Building.
Oh my gosh.
I know, it's free.
I know.
Free drinks, free food, free everything, free show.
Wow, how did, that's probably a whole other interview of how you got this organized. So when people are attending, what are they expecting? They're walking in?
Just show up, jump to the photo booth.
Wear everybody wear pink.
Well, I mean, you know, my dad's wearing a black suit with like a pink button, so you don't have to wear pink.
Start somewhere.
Come with whatever you want to wear. Show up with whatever you want to wear, and just come out and celebrate the diversity in our community and the voices in our community.
And how many people are you expecting?
Well, hundreds.
I love it.
I love it. It's going to be exciting.
It holds hundreds, which is fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, last year, you know, we hit capacity, and the chief of fire showed up, and he's like, you know, you're over capacity, and we're like, we'll open windows, you know. But you know, it's a lovely event, and it's a great way to meet new people and get involved in your community. You know, it's not just about volunteering or engaging with us. There's tons of fantastic organizations in our community, like Kind, like Planned Parenthood Ottawa, like Around the Rainbow, like 10 Oaks, that are doing fantastic work too. So it's about meeting people in the community, networking with people, and finding out where you can get support, resources, ideas, and then engage and make the world a better place. I
think that's what I love what you just said right there. It's not just you. You've connected to all of these community groups and make sure that they have the support, the education, the inclusion, the conversation. And it's fantastic. You must be proud that you've hit every school in the Ottawa Carleton District School Board.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
They're wearing pink. All the kids that are coming on from the high schools, they're wearing pink. They're all talking. Thank you so much for all your 12 years of hard work. Yeah, congratulations on your team. And anybody who is not doing anything tomorrow, you're going to be wearing pink for sure. But head to the gala at the Horticulture, and it's free, and it's going to be fun.